Hello and welcome back to another episode of Pexy Puffs. You're here with your boy Pexy, and today we're talking tips and tricks. Now today what we're going to be looking at is these cheat sticks, or quick sticks, or Kuro Koilers, or concept coilers, or coil masters, etc. Whatever you want to call them. There's 100 million of these on the market. There is different types. You've got the Coil Master, you've got the Kuro Concept Coiler, and you've got the non-branded ones. You've got the cheap ones that you get on Focal, you've got the cheap ones you get on Fast Tech, etc. So there's a million places that you can get something similar to this. I'm going to be using mine today that I got from Fast Tech for under £6. It was $9.17, and this thing is just so helpful. If you're a newbie vapor, or if you're a vapor that coils daily and you just want quick simple builds, this thing is absolutely phenomenal. With these cheat sticks you get nice tight micro coils time after time after time. Now in the description below I will leave some links to various sites that you can get these from, because you do get the better branded ones with better machining and nicer branding, and then you get the cheaper ones that do the exact same thing and the outcome is the exact same. There'll also be a link in the description below to Pixel Vape's video on the Coil Master Kit. In the Coil Master Kit you don't just get a Coil Master itself like the actual cheat stick, you get an ohm reader, pliers, wire snippers and tweezers and a screwdriver, etc. Everything you need for coiling, and it comes in a nice little bag. So head over and watch Pixel Vape's video on that because it is sublime. Now in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to do your normal micro coils, and I'm also going to show you how to do your parallel coils. Now in this coil set that I've got you can do any coil size you want. You can't do your alien wires, your stapled helixes, but you can do most of your twisted camfolds, you can do most of your Claptons, and you can also do parallels. I'm going to show you how I managed to get parallels to work with these cheat sticks, and hopefully you will be able to too. Now let's jump straight down to the table and I'll show you how you build your coils with these cheat sticks.
So this is my cheat stick, this is the one that I got. Underneath all that is actually like instructions on how to use it. I just flipped it over because it was just a cheap one, and I stuck a little sticker on it so it's more like a book to open. But basically in this one what I got was a set of scissors. These are capable of cutting most camphor, they're nice and compact as well. You've got a little blue screwdriver, you've got an Allen key. Here you've got a little compact set of plastic tweezers. I don't actually use these, but they could come in handy if this is all that you're carrying about with you. You've got the base, which this is the Magic Stick CW. Now up here is all the inner diameters of your coils. So I've got from 1.5mm to 4mm. Now these three things here are your sort of pressure points. So we've got all the different diameters in here. So these match up with the diameters of these drill bits. The one that I use most often is 3mm. So I'll use this 3mm one for demonstration purposes. So into this 3mm top part, you lift out one of these hex screws and you can just screw them in. Now what you'll see there is that you've got three different holes. So the one closest to the hole for the drill bit is for your thinner gauge wires, slightly thicker gauge wires, and then your thickest wires. I'm going to go for the medium one because I'm going to use 24 gauge camphor. You do get an Allen key to screw these in, but I don't really see the need in it, you can just twist it in. So get your cheat stick, pick up your 3mm drill bit, that just slots straight into there, and then that goes on top. I'm going to be using some 24 gauge camphor for these. So for your standard coil, what you want to do is slide your camphor through that little hole, then anchor it down with your thumb, do one half turn, then you slot this guy over the top and you just start turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then what to do is just pull the full thing out. This. Now this is what that's what your coil is going to look like. First off, turn it around, slot it back on. Then what I do is I just give it a nice little pull, slot this guy back on, take some pliers, apply some pressure and pull. and you've got a perfect coil there. Now for quick parallels, it's pretty much the same idea. Now you can do this with 2 bits of wire, but I prefer to just fold a bit of wire over, pinch it tight, and then thread both ends through. Once again, anchor it down. Now you want to take these wires, make sure they're parallel, and then pull real tight. Like this, make sure you get a nice straight line. Take this guy and loosen him off just a little bit so you've got more space to push that wire around. And you don't want to apply as much pressure this time. Just enough to turn it. 2, 3, 4, 5. And you just do as many wraps as you want. I'm just doing this for display purposes, so finish that a bit there. Now this time take your pliers, I'll cut it at the loop. And then just slide that full thing out. Same again, just turn it around. Slide it back on. And there you go, pretty much a perfect parallel coil. These things are absolutely brilliant for quickness, and other than that, there's nothing really more to say about it. I love this little set that I got. I picked this up for under a tenner, and it does everything I need it to do. I can do Claptons with this thing, I can do twisted, I can do parallels. Obviously you're limited by the thickness of that hole. I have managed to get a fused Clapton in here before, but it was super tight. The hole on this one's about 1.5 millimeters. But other than that, everything's pretty much bang on.
So there we go, that's how you use these cheat sticks. I hope this video has been helpful, and I hope that you all get yourselves out there and buy some form of these cheat sticks, because you're going to find building so much easier. You're going to be able to build dual coils in under a minute. You're going to be able to build parallels in under a minute. It's just going to make your life so much easier. So as always, there's going to be a link in the description to my Instagram. There'll be a link in the description to my Facebook. There'll also be a link in the description to my Twitter account. And there'll also be a referral link for Zamplebox, which if you click the link and use the code, you'll get 10% off your first subscription box from Zamplebox. So as always, you've been watching Pexie Puffs with your boy Pexie. Now you see me, now you don't.